Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. Prince Albert has received $15 million in federal funding for a convention and cultural event centre. The funding is delivered through the Government of Canada's Green and Inclusive Community Buildings program. The city says it marks an important first funding step toward making the convention centre a reality. In 2024, the city partnered with Lac La Ronge Indian Band, Montreal Lake Cree Nation and Peter Ballantyne Cree Nation for funding opportunities and shared ownership of the centre. The Woodland Cree First Nations would own up to 45% of the proposed development.
Our goal is to get all of our funding in place. I'd be remiss if I gave you a specific timeline, but this is something, our goals are set and we want to get going and hit the ground as soon as we can.
The city says a location has already been designated for the facility next to the Lake Country Co-op Leisure Centre. Prince Albert will receive financial support for 7 officers as part of the provincial Safer Communities and Neighbourhoods, or SCAN, enforcement initiative. $830,000 is going to the recruitment and retention of about 7 officers. The province says it will enhance frontline policing capacity and improve response times around the city. The police service says this money is for capacity and sustainability and does not mean that there will be an instant increase in policing strength on the street.
Policing is a profession that requires recruitment, training, and retention over time. Funding does not create immediate officers on the street, but it does strengthen the organization so that we can deliver policing services more efficiently and responsibly.
The province has committed $6 million to this initiative for the 2025-26 fiscal year to add approximately 100 officers across Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan RCMP's crime reduction team pulled 2 firearms off the street after a search of a home in La Loche. Officers searched the home in La Loche as part of an ongoing investigation. 3 people were arrested at the scene. Officers found and seized a shotgun and air rifle as well as ammunition. 2 people were released without charges, while 29-year-old Kelsey Herman of La Loche was charged with unauthorized possession of a firearm. Herman is scheduled to appear in La Loche Provincial Court next month. Saskatchewan RCMP recently completed a proactive traffic safety initiative in northern communities. On Saturday and Sunday of last week, officers conducted check stops in La Ronge, Stanley Mission, Grandmother's Bay and Missinippi, checking for unsafe driving behaviors. They stopped 494 vehicles, issuing 134 tickets and 335 warnings. 1 driver was charged for impaired driving, 9 roadside suspensions were issued, 8 for drugs and 1 for alcohol impairment, and 1 driver fled from police. RCMP are looking for that driver. A Regina police officer who pleaded guilty to accessing private information on police databases will not spend time behind bars. He's been sentenced to 2 years in the community, including house arrest.
This case involved a serious breach of trust. At the same time, the judge needs to consider the sentencing principles in Canada, especially considering a joint submission.
When you look at the judge's decision, she did outline that. It is a situation where we are required to consider all the case law, consider the offenses that have been charged, consider the aggravating and mitigating factors.
Robert Semenchuk pleaded guilty to breach of trust and unauthorized use of a computer charges in November. The judge accepted a joint submission from Crown and Defence, which sees the former Regina police sergeant serve 6 months of house arrest, 18 months conditional sentence in the community, and 3 years probation. Victims say the penalty's not harsh enough.
I'm very disappointed, actually, in what happened today. I was expecting more. I think that 33 women deserve more. We were victimized, we were stalked, we were taken advantage of.
I was determined that, this man would not leave me in fear. When I see him now, when he walks in, he's just a small little man. He no longer has that power.
Semenchuk has conditions for the next 5 years, including non-contact orders with his 33 victims, and he's banned from possessing a phone or laptop with internet access. Busy weekend, Jeff. You probably got to get all your chores done before Sunday evening, right?
That's right. And the good news is there's plenty of time because, Sunday afternoon, there'll be, the whole rigmarole leading up to the actual kickoff. So I got plenty of time. Plenty of time.
There you go. Well, what's going to happen for weather?
Well, John, we've got ourselves a pretty pleasant weekend, another pleasant weekend in store if you like mild conditions. Now, we are expecting some snow in northern areas, all part of this ridge, high pressure ridge starting to break down a little bit. But the cold Arctic air not hammering us. A different story for other parts of Canada right over here. They are getting hammered with the cold Arctic air. We will still be having relatively mild conditions, and I'll give you the exact numbers later on.
Thanks, Jeff. Yorkton MLA David Chan held a press conference this morning on the latest labor force statistics for Saskatchewan. The MLA says the Yorkton-Melville economic region saw impressive numbers last year, a 9% increase in employment compared to 2024. The region also had the lowest unemployment rate among the province's 5 economic regions at 3.4%. Chan's statement came after the NDP was in Yorkton last week, criticizing the provincial government's PST on construction.
We need to fill the jobs being created by our strong economic growth. Saskatchewan will continue to be strong as we move forward into 2026. And while our labor market is only one metric, it is a strong one and one that I'm happy to talk about.
Says the government hasn't seen any significant impact on job growth as a result of tariffs. Sask Poly has announced another round of layoffs. The post-secondary institution says while it made significant progress late last year for organizational stability, it continues to face challenges in the international education landscape. As a result, revenue shortfalls have led to 23 full and part-time employees laid off. Sask Poly says more workforce adjustments may be coming in the spring. A release from the school would not share specific positions, departments, or programs affected by the layoffs. A Saskatchewan mother is questioning a parking ticket she received after pulling over to care for her distressed newborn. Katie Jackson of Asquith says she was driving in downtown Saskatoon a couple of weeks ago when her 1-month-old baby began crying. She says she pulled over to check on the baby and realized she was hungry. Jackson moved into the passenger seat to feed her a bottle. About 7 minutes later, a parking enforcement officer issued her a ticket. Jackson says she was in a difficult situation, alone in the car during a cold snap, with her hands full and without the parking app set up.
I couldn't focus on driving while my baby was crying in the back seat. I think it was very distracting. And, the same with the phone call. You pull over, you take the phone call, and that's what is the safest thing to do.
Jackson says her husband tried to appeal the ticket, but the city denied the request, saying under the bylaw, payment is required when a vehicle is parked. CTV News has reached out to the city of Saskatoon for comment. When we come back, a jersey auction fundraiser with the Northern Bears. Jasmine Pelche finds out how you can get your hands on a jersey this weekend.
We are at the Art Hauser Center with Al Dyer from the Prince Albert Northern Bears. They have a 3rd jersey auction coming up this weekend. Hi, Al.
Hi.
So the 3rd jersey auction is a fundraiser. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and what the proceeds go towards?
Well, we're working with a couple of partners for the 3rd jersey. First of all, the SGU bargaining unit, provincial bargaining unit, has provided us with the funds to pay for the jerseys and some of the costs associated with running the auction. So what we're really happy about with their sponsorship is that we can provide 100% of whatever the proceeds are to Rendell and Home. Rendell and Home is a program run by the YWCA here in Prince Albert, and we have a long-standing partnership with the YWCA, so it was kind of a natural fit. The Rendell and Home is a program that is focused on providing assistance to young women aged 16 to 21 who have children or are expecting children and are referred by social services to a supervised environment to help them get started or to rebuild a home life. So it fits very well with our team demographic, our team being players aged 15 to 17. And so we just thought it was a natural fit with those partners.
Did you decide that you wanted to do a third jersey auction fundraiser first, or did you decide you wanted to do something to support Randall Home first? Like, how was that decision made?
We have tried to do something on a third jersey every year. A couple of years ago, we did a very successful third jersey program for the Cancer Foundation of Saskatchewan and Boreal Health Foundation. This year, we wanted to try and focus something on mental health wellness. But in doing the research, we stumbled across the Rendlin home, which I think is an excellent fit for the purpose of our third jersey and fundraising. So we were really happy to partner with the YWCA, and of course with the support of SGEU, it just made it really easy for us to do it.
So you have an online sign up for the auction. Will people be able to sign up at the games this weekend as well? Because you've got 2 coming up with Saskatoon.
Yes, we're going to be wearing the jerseys at our 2 weekend games. We're playing Saskatoon, which is going to be a really entertaining series of games because we are trying to catch them in the standings, and we have a long-standing, of course, rivalry with Saskatoon. So people will be able to come to the games. They're both Saturday and Sunday at 1:30 here at the Art Hauser. There is an online auction at www.32auctions.com/Bears for Rendlin Home. And so people can go online, they can come to the game. It would be really nice if they came to the game, see some really excellent female hockey, and they can bid at the game as well.
When does the auction close?
3 o'clock on Sunday. So our game is at 1:30. That will be about the end of the second period. And so we hope to be able to announce all the jersey winners after the game. We will try to arrange for photographs with the players and for those who are in attendance to pick up jerseys and that kind of thing at the game. We will also be having a skate with the Bears afterwards, so it'll be a fairly informal post-game celebration.
Since you mentioned it, what is Skate with the Bears?
Oh, that's just for us, an opportunity for us to have young hockey players come and just after the game skate with the Bears, have some fun with them, and it's just a great way for kids to interact on a more personal, upfront basis with our players.
Is there anything that we didn't speak about that it's important to get across about this auction?
Well, I think I just want to reemphasize the importance of the cause. It's a great need, and we just feel it's very important to be able to provide support to those programs. And again, with partnerships like we have with those organizations, SGEU and the YWCA, it's just been an awesome way for us to give back.
All right, thanks, Al.
Jeff's got the weather heading into the big football weekend and a new surgical innovation that hopes to cut the risk of ovarian cancer. So, Jeff, kind of a quiet week, or I guess a quiet Friday across Canada, and everybody's just preparing for the big storm on Sunday.
Well, there's no big storm for us. You know, in Saskatchewan, things are going to be relatively calm yet again. There is going to be some precipitation, but not a big storm. Different situation, though. Make our way out to Canada's west coast, and there is a big pattern change coming. We anticipate a lot of rain for the lower mainland, Vancouver Island, some places 75 to 100 millimeters millimeters of rain. So we're talking about 4 inches of rain if it maxes out. Getting some much needed snow in the upper elevations. And so that's what's happening for British Columbia. But staying mild across Alberta and Saskatchewan, starting to cool off a bit more in Manitoba. Manitoba hasn't had the same mild conditions we have, but the cold Arctic air is really going to be hammering Ontario and Quebec. So overnight, tonight and tomorrow, temperatures will feel like they're in the minus 30s for Toronto and Ottawa, maybe around minus 24 Montreal. So it's a messy, it's a tough situation for that part of Canada. And on the East Coast, it's kind of a quiet weekend, but it'll be a cold start to their work week. Here's our futurecast. As you can see, those pressure lines, not exactly tight, so relatively light winds make our way into the latter part of tomorrow afternoon. But you certainly see there is some expected precipitation in northern areas, sort of a little slash there cutting across the province, but not adding up to a ton. So let's take a look here. So Nipawin's one of those places that might see some flurry activity overnight, but Spiritwood, minus 6 degrees, same for the Battlefords under cloudy skies, cloudy and minus 6 in Roston, minus 7 for an overnight temperature in Birch Hills, minus 9 in Candle Lake. Nipawin, as I mentioned, expecting some flurries or some snow, light snow, minus 11 degrees, and minus 8 for an overnight temperature in Melfort. Those are warmer than usual daytime highs. All right, tomorrow, a number of locations. It's going to be cloudy everywhere, but a number of locations we will be dealing with some morning fog as well. 0 degrees for a high in Spiritwood, 1 in the Battlefords, minus 3 in Candle Lake, Birch Hills, and Melfort, minus 2 in Rosthern, and Nipawin, cloudy and minus 5. So still well above seasonal numbers for this time of early February. So let's take a look at tonight in detail for Prince Albert and area. Dropping down to minus 8 degrees, a slight chance of some flurries, and the winds are shifting around a little bit and they're backing off as well. So winds out of the southeast to 20, but overnight changing to easterly winds at 15 kilometers an hour. Tomorrow the winds direction change, but the speed doesn't really isn't really affected. So basically a light wind or a moderate wind, 15 clicks. Or cloudy conditions though with some morning fog, but the fog will dissipate, but the clouds are going to be sticking around. A high of minus 2, so still about 8 or 9 degrees above seasonal. And then as we take a look at Big Game Sunday, I never know when I'm allowed to use those two words, that SB word, but let's just go with our SB phrase. We've got ourselves a chance of some rain or snow or a mix thereof, depending on what the timing is on this system as it makes its way through Saskatchewan. Minus 1 degree on Sunday, and then back to work Monday, minus 3, minus 5 on Tuesday, minus 2 on Wednesday. Some morning fog to go along with the clouds on those 2 days. And then Thursday and Friday, mainly cloudy skies and temperatures of around minus 1 degree. So another mild week in store, John, as we get past Sunday and into post-big game work week.
I was going to say, yeah, I'll stay with that. And which color of sports drink do you think they're going to pour for the champions at the end of the game?
Oh, yeah. You know, I know you can bet on this kind of stuff. So, you know what? I know it's not going to be the traditional good kind of Gatorade. I'm going to go with orange.
That's what I was going to go with, because nobody wants yellow. That's the worst flavor there is.
Okay, well, okay.
There you go.
Best flavor, though.
I don't know about that. We'll agree to disagree.
Oh, will we?
There you go. Well, as we said, as NFL's championship game approaches on Sunday, Saskatoon sports bars are prepping for the big day. One local business owner shares the Super Bowl is the busiest day of the year for bars. Over at Sports on Tap, they're already at 85% capacity for Sunday, with 4 reservations, adding it is the much more planning than any other day.
We start prepping weeks in advance, making sure we have the proper amount of staff on, making sure we have our reservations all lined up so that we can accommodate all the guests we're going to have come in on that big day.
Says chicken wings are known to be the most popular menu item, and the kitchen made sure to order lots in preparation for the big day. A new BC-led surgical innovation could cut the risk of ovarian cancer significantly. Dimitra Maragos has more on the new approach that could impact the future of the disease.
a major development in ovarian cancer prevention.
We're all actually quite astounded.
This research is important because it will save women's lives.
Findings from the new study, led by a BC-based international collaboration called the Ovarian Cancer Observatory, show opportunistic salpingectomy, or OS, a procedure invented in BC which removes the fallopian tubes while keeping a person's ovaries will
reduce their risk of developing ovarian cancer by 80%.
Researchers reviewed more than 85,000 BC surgical records that spanned more than a decade and found people who had OS were far less likely to develop the deadliest form of ovarian cancer.
Preventing it from happening in the first place saves lives.
Dr. Huntsman explains.
By removing the fallopian tubes and leaving the ovaries behind, we get this cancer reduction benefit, but without all of those challenges.
A newfound hope against this deadly cancer.
Ovarian cancer is the 5th leading cause of death in women.
Data from UBC shows ovarian cancer is the most lethal gynecological cancer. Approximately 3,100 Canadians are diagnosed with the disease each year. Dr. Hanley says if patients are looking to get it done,
it's entirely based around having another surgical opportunity to remove the fallopian tubes and to reduce ovarian cancer risk.
But adds,
right now working with all of the general surgeons in the province, and they are beginning to offer this during general surgery as well.
Demetra Marigo, CTV News, Vancouver.
A Saskatchewan organization is hoping to increase its roster of volunteer drivers. Wheels of Hope is a driving service that brings patients to and from cancer treatment appointments. It has locations in Saskatoon and Regina. Each city has 10 drivers right now, but the organization is looking to increase the number of available drivers. There you go, Jeff. That's a little job for you. And if you're you don't want that job, here's a job for you. A British great-grandfather showed it's possible to have a little spring in your step even at the age of 91 by winning gold in a trampoline contest.
Well, it's absolutely great from an individual's point of view because it exercises just about every part of the body.
The former Royal Air Force trainer bounced his way to first place at a competition for people over the age of 40. It had been decades since its last competition, but the trampoline coach was encouraged to compete once again. I don't even know if I could get up on a trampoline and do 2 jumps without all my knee joints, my ankle joints, everything going. And look at this guy go.
I know. Very impressive. Next stop, Cirque du Soleil.
That's impressive. And most of the people that competing against him were 40 and above. He's 91, so he's probably got a good 20 to 30 years over every
I think so, yeah. Very impressive.
Boy, I wonder if he was just waiting for the G-force thing like those pilots used to do.
You never know.
Have a good weekend. National News is next.